everyone, welcome back to Dila's Kitchen. So today I'll be making old-fashioned melt in your mouth royal creams. It is a cream-filled shortbread biscuit with a hint of almond essence, and the best part for me is that it's not overly sweet. I'll take you through it, so let's get to it. I'm starting with 250 grams of soft margarine. I've got half a cup of powdered icing sugar, I'm giving this a mix with the electric mixer. I've got 2 teaspoons of Almond Essence. So this is basically the only time when the recipe changes. It's either Almond Essence or Vanilla Essence. You can decide whether, according to your taste, your flavor, you want to add what you want to add. Then I've got half a cup of corn flour and 2.5 cups of cake flour. I am not adding all the flour, like I always say. You feel the texture. I'm giving this a mix because we're using icing sugar and flour, no eggs or wet ingredients. I'm just going to use my screen, and then we don't have flour and powdered icing sugar everywhere, so I'm just using the screen quickly. I'm adding my flour, like I said, I'm not going to add everything. Now you're going to see I'm working with my clean hands, and you feel the texture. I haven't added the last half a cup. I'm adding it bit by bit. I normally make a double batch, but this is a single batch. As you can see, it's not a lot. That's my min. And then we basically just form it into a ball. And then we're going to start now with the next step. So I didn't use all the flour. I just want to show you. I think it was about 1/4 cup of flour that I used. So I'll use this flour for my surface. I'm going to start rolling out the dough. Okay, so I use a fork. So you run the fork from the top to the bottom just to create a pattern. So I used to use a meat mincer for this, which you can, a maalvleis maler. Dink ek is die regte woord. But this is just easier, and I just use a square cutter. Square cookie cutter. So this dough should actually be refrigerated. When you're done with it, put it in the fridge for half an hour. I don't put mine in the fridge, but if you can't work with it, put it in the fridge. And then also, if it falls apart, just add a bit of oil to it. I normally just add oil to it, like a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons, not more than that. I'm still busy with the first pan. I've transferred it to my lined baking tray. This is going into preheated oven, 160 degrees. I'm going to bake it for 10 to 12 minutes. Okay, it's been 5 minutes since I removed my biscuits from the oven. I'm just putting it on a baking tray. I'm starting with my buttercream frosting. I've got 60 grams of soft margarine. I've got 1 cup of powdered icing sugar. and a teaspoon of almond essence. I'm going to give this a quick mix. So now I'm sandwiching the cookies. So this is the same recipe that you'll use for shortbread. I haven't made shortbread yet. So with these cookies, this is all that I've made. It's about, I think, 50 cookies, and when you sandwich it together, it's 25. I still have a bit of frosting left, so I would say use 30 grams of margarine with half a cup of powdered icing sugar. And if you make them, make enough, because this is like for 2 people, I think. Do a double batch, then you know you have enough, because they just melt away in your mouth. And I think my royal creams are done. So if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram or Facebook. The link and the recipe will be in the description. Thank you for watching, and God bless.